branding and image building for TVET. We talk about branding. Now, what in the first lecture I've said, what is brand image? So what is image actually based on your understanding? Any takers? What is image? What do you understand by image? When you heard the word image, what comes to your mind? Can anybody tell me?
How the brand is perceived by the consumer or the customers.
Okay, don't say the branding. By global, by normal, image means what?
How you are reflected on others.
Or how you are reflected to others. Okay. Beside that, any other answer?
Image towards institution.
Pardon, Miss Deepika?
Experience toward institution.
Okay. Any others? A very simple one, a very common one.
Pictorial representation in mind.
Who is this talking? Can you tell? Kamal, is it?
Kamal, yes, sir.
Please repeat your answer.
Pictorial representation of something in mind.
Okay, pictorial representing something in mind. Beside that, I'm looking for one common answer.
Perception of consumer.
Perception of?
Consumers.
Consumer. Okay. Any other? Any other? Can you see your image in the mirror?
Yes. Yes, sir.
So what does it mean?
Reflection of
Yes. Image is the reflection of the outcome of you. Let's say if you see a person, you see your director or your director general or your president or your superior, you can see what image he is bringing. From the way he dress, from the way he work, from the way he talk, his style. So from there you can say this is the image. If he's there, this is what he will bring. This is his style. So this is the image. And this image will also reflect to the family and also to the organization where he belongs, he or she belongs. So image is mainly is a reputation. Reputation of yourself. If you're talking about yourself. If you're talking about institution, organization, is the reputation of the organization or institution. So how are you going to build a positive image, positive reputation, especially in the context of TVET institution? That is very important. So when you talk about image, you are bringing the logo. When you talk about the logo, when you talk about the image of your TVET institution, that means you are bringing the logo. That logo is the brand. So in the brand, we have the quality, what you can deliver. That delivery quality, whatever you can comply, whatever you promise in the 4-step branding strategy, all these will be reflect for the brand. Okay. So you talk about, I showed you yesterday, the United Nations, the 17th class, the brochure. When you talk about United Nations, that is the brand. So what is the image of United Nations? They can solve 17 issues in the world. They are working on it. So poverty, gender equality, socio-economy, quality education, climate changes, all this they are working and etc. So that is the image. When 17 issues, please refer to UN, SDG, Sustainable Development Goal. That is the, when you talk about United Nations, you will be having an image of SDG. So you see the brand is United Nations or SDG, but the image will be for the 17 issues. So that is image building for TVET institution. Can you see my slide moving?
Yes, sir.
What
Yes,
you all
sir.
can see? Can anybody tell me what you can see?
University.
Yeah, you can see university, you can see a building, you can see another building, both sides I put TVET. So all these are the image of the institution. When you talk about this university, maybe in Nepal you have very good university. So what is the image of this university? The graduates are quality. The graduates can get job very fast. The graduates are very knowledgeable. They are world-class standard. They can go abroad, for example. So some school, technical school are very good. Some polytechnic, very good skill they are offering. Some institution, very good. So this all is the image of that institution. The brand is TVET. All of them are doing TVET. But the image, what TVET brand, what quality delivery they are giving in terms of everything quality. That is called total quality management, TQM. So that will create a good image for that particular institution. Can you see the next slide, definition?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Sir.
Brand and image building of TVET institution is critical to boosting enrollment, securing industry partnership and developing sustainable workforce. So it is a brand and image is very critical to boost enrollment for secure partnership, developing sustainable workforce at the current world. It's more challenging. We should put one brand sustainable and keep moving. You need to improve the quality of the brand from time to time. You cannot do that, keep quiet, never do anything. It cannot succeed. You always need to revisit. After 3 months, 6 months, whether we are still in the market. After 1 year, are we still compatible? People are coming to us or not? Is there any demand? If no, what is the problem? Or maybe we got competitor. Or maybe our quality not good. Or maybe our instructor already retired. New people come, they don't have the knowledge. We need to upskilling, reskilling. What is a succession plan? So all these need to be in the pipeline considered. If you want the brand and image of the building to be sustained. Image building for TVET institution are strategic initiatives that promote the reputation, credibility, and appeal of the technical vocational education and training institution. We call it TVET. In Malaysia, we call it TVET. Okay, but generally we call TVET. Like what you call Nepal, you call CTEVT because you technical education vocational training. Here I put it technical vocational education training. The E and B shift. Okay, it is about to developing a favorable perception among stakeholders such as student, parents, employer, policymaker, general public. You see, when you got a very good image of your institution, so who will say very good? The stakeholders who are investing in your giving funding, or the government who are giving funding to you. The student will say, this is very good, I am satisfied. From the survey, from the delivery you are giving, the facilities you are offering, they feel comfortable. The parents wanted to send the children because of the image and they saw the quality education training. Employers, they wanted to work there. Okay, because of the benefit they are getting. They have been recognized, they have been awarded, they have been given all kind of perks to upgrade for the staff development. Policymakers, they also interested because with the new policy, the donors will come, we can generate income. And the general public. Beside this, beside the student and parent, generally, when you talk about TVET institution, that image they will say, if now in India, everybody knows IIT is very important. I tried to show there's one question given to me on the first day, some branding in IIT. I tried to show after lunch. I'm still remembering. I will try to share some slides. Okay. So general public perception on IIT is different. Okay. So in Nepal, the general public also should have some on there. Maybe they know CTEVT. What about other? Besides CTEVT, what are the other things in their province they should know? These are the best in my province who can give technical vocational courses, education. So we need to create that brand. That is very important. Importance of image building in TVET. Enhancing TVET image is not merely about promoting it, about changing people's thinking. making TVET inclusive and achieving sustainable development through skill-based training through various techniques. You see, when you teach TVET, everybody now thinking TVET is one subject. Okay, I'm doing TVET, I'm doing drone technology. Do one training, drone technology, do some program, we say we are TVET in drone. There should be a curriculum. You should be doing on and on, improving, sending by batches. Then after they learn the certificate level, what is the next level, how they can go, where they can go, all this, the ecosystem we need to build. The knowledge transfer is very important. As an educator, lecturer, TVET practitioner, what knowledge transfer are you giving? Not reading as a newscaster, not conveying the message without people understanding, just for the sake of telling, but in fact, the educator, instructor, the practitioner also don't know what they are talking. We should be, that's why I say your heart, soul must be inside that particular subject, inside the TVET. Then you know what you are talking, whether the student understand or not. Even people are coming for diploma in electrical engineering. Once they graduate, they should know how to test a simple electricity. If they are electrical people, wiring, using a test pen. If even using a test pen, they don't know how to measure the current, the electricity, the connectivity and everything, then what kind of knowledge transfer we are giving? So the rule of thumb, the physics law, the science, the engineering, all these Newton's law, they should know and they should practice it. Then the advanced level, the fundamental should be there for any engineering background, TVET. When you talk about electrical, civil, mechanical, and IT and other things. So you must make sure. So the instructor or the educators who are in this field, they need to be well versed. They need to know. If they don't know, they need to be sent for course. They need to keep themselves. If you are talking about imaging technologies and you don't have the knowledge, then how you can promote? And you want to do, you don't have the facility, how you can do? So we need to find all this. This is what from the day one I'm talking about. Ecosystem. You remember the infrastructure and infoculture. So these are the 21st century ecosystem. So these are the systems in TVET we should have to create the image. So you want your institution to be highly regarded, known, the top people. We got 3 layers of management: top management, middle management, and lower management. The top management is the CEO, the DG, all the directors level. The middle management will be the head of department, the officers, and so on. Then the lower management will be all the other parts, all the assistants and so on. So the top management need to have a proper mindset. Right people, right place, right timing, and right skill. Right people, right place, right timing, and right skill. This 4R navigation, they should have in the top management. To do that, to implement that, the middle management will implement. Then the lower management will support to make sure it go to the ground. So this is the layer. We should make sure we have right person, right place, right timing, right skill to make it happen. Then only TVET will take place and you can see your branding is coming up for any brand you want to promote, and the image, the quality of that particular brand will speak once you deliver with sincerely, knowledge transfer with quality. It will deliver. The success of that program will speak loud. That will be create an image for your particular institution. So making TVET is just not promoting, okay, changing people's thinking. It should be sustainable, ongoing. From January to December, maybe 2 months one, we should have a promoting campaign. We should go to area by area, maybe to the malls, maybe to the temples. We can have a career path to bring, to tell what is the government initiative, how much government funding, if you work, how much you will be earning, what is the prospect in Nepal for these are the causes. From here, where you can go abroad, show them, make them awareness, talk to them in your language, then only the market will be coming. Okay, so we need to increase the enrollment. Don't be shy. You're not stealing, you are not killing people, you are just promoting, creating awareness. You're doing good things for education, in the field of education. Increasing enrollment and attracts more students to vocational training. This needs to be done. Enhance employability and career prospect for TVET graduates. That means we must make sure from this program where they can go, how far they can go. Not just say you come, you work, finish, then they are not interested. You must motivate them. From this step, you go, you can go further up where, how to go about it, show them. That's why I say career path is very important. Career path campaign, career path talk, career path promotion, career path workshop. All these are very important. Strengthen industry confidence in the TVET institution as a reliable source of the skilled workers. You must make sure whatever. Can I know how many public polytechnics in Nepal? Anybody can tell me how many public polytechnics you have in Nepal under government?
We have 66 public polytechnic.
What about any private?
Private,
More than 400.
More than?
More than
400.
400.
More than 400.
More than 400.
407, sir.
Oh, that means government only 66, the private 407.
Yes, sir.
Why like this?
Accredited institutes, not all the polytechnics.
Included
why-
certain training.
Why it is more 3 times bigger? Not 3 times, I think more than 6 times bigger.
They are under the affiliation of CTVT, but they are run by the private
But
sector.
they are on the private, but there was 66 is under CTEVT. Am I right?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Included
Okay.
short-term training provider also.
This 66 and 108 private, they report to who is the regulatory body? Ministry of Higher Education, Ministry of Education?
CTVT.
No, CPTVT for public, even for private CTEVT.
Yeah.
Both also they control.
Yeah.
The private institution get affiliation from CTVT board
Ah.
to run their program. That's why they need to report to CTVT board.
Because you see, that will be a big competition. When you have a public 66, then private is 408. So maybe redundant program. We don't know how is the license is given. Maybe they're doing the same. So all the public polytechnic will be having a big challenge in Nepal. Because you are only 66, they are 408, and they already surplus you in almost 4 times. So this is a big challenge for you, more than 6 times. So this is a big challenge, but anyway, I don't know what is the strategy. We don't want to talk about it. But this is where we need to strengthen the confidence in TVET. That means the 66 TVET Polytechnic, what is your strength? Do the SWOT analysis, do the TWAS, and you see how you can merge, combine. If doing the same thing, merge and do one. If they're all doing electrical, specializing in that field, merge, make it one. Any polytechnic you go, we talk the same quality. Then they will know this is the quality for that particular electrical engineering, for wiring, for example. The same standard, the same system, the same equipment we are using. Then you are compatible. You see, you strengthen the industry. The industry can go to any place and get the people because you are talking the same standard, same facilities, what they are looking for. So that is where CTVT have to look into it, invest to make it standardized curriculum and subject in that particular skill stage, certification level. Even diploma, different. So then we can strengthen the industry confidence. We say, you go to north, to south, east, to west, If you're looking for welding, this is the standard from Polytechnic we are delivering. No doubt. So they can take any people, industry, in any region, because you speak the same standard. That should be one thing we need to look into it. Encourage investment and funding support from the government and private sector. Sorry. Can you see my slide? The encourage investment and funding support. Can you see my slide?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Yeah. Okay. So we must encourage investment, funding from government. Definitely they will give. From private sector, how we can convince the private sector to fund to us, especially the government polytechnics. The private, maybe they can go, but the government. So since you have 408 and the public 66, definitely the probability private sector putting on the private polytechnics are higher compared to government, because maybe there is some bureaucracy, some procedures which the public sector, private sector don't like. They want straightforward. But in government, we have policies we need to follow. That will be a red tape. So that will be another big challenge. How are we going to convince this private sector to come into the public sector to give funding? By looking at the policy, making some relaxation, making user-friendly, engage them. If you don't change all this, it won't happen. It is not easy. Not the level of the particular institution, not the level of the director or principal of the particular polytechnic to do this. This is policy matter. This is top level matter. So they need to look into it if they are really serious on what agenda of TVET branding and image in the country. Help TVET institutions compete with the academic education and address the stigma surrounding vocational training. So we need to help TVET institution on academic education and also to make sure TVET is not a second class. TVET is not for failure. TVET is the future trend for people to survive, from job seekers to job creator. From job seekers looking for job, you create a job. You learn the skill, you open your own, you give work for 10 people. So you are the job creator. You turn into entrepreneur. You turn into problem solver. So that is the mindset we should bring. How TVET. I am a TVET student. For example, I am a TVET student. I studied my certificate in electrical and electronics telecommunication from Polytechnic in Malaysia. Then I continue to work for 3 years as a process technician. Then I worked 3 years. Then I took up diploma in the same Polytechnic. From certificate, I went to diploma, electrical, electronics, telecommunication engineering. Then I worked for 1 year. I pursued to my degree in one of the local university in Malaysia. Electrical, bachelor of engineering in electrical, electronics, and telecommunication. The same field. Completed my degree. Then I took a teaching profession certificate. I become a lecturer because there's a government scholar. I wanted to be a lecturer. Then I was teaching for 4 to 5 years. Then I went for my master's in the same field. Master's in electrical, electronics, and telecommunication engineering in one of the local university. Completed my master's. I worked after 4 years. I deep in my mind, I said, I've done from the certificate, completed my diploma, completed my degree, completed my master's. So I have one more step to complete. At least I will get one title in front of my name. So that was my dream. I wanted to be a medical doctor. Unfortunately, I couldn't be a medical doctor. Then I changed my profession to become a philosophy doctor. So I applied for a scholarship. I got it in the interview. Thank God. So I'll thank Pasupatinath and Lord Ganesha for helping me. I got this. Then I pursued my PhD studies in one of the local. I was offered in UK, Leeds University or Essex University, but my scholarship was given internally, not outside the, Malaysia, in Malaysia. So either you take it or leave it. I have no choice. I did my research in the microwave engineering, okay, electrical engineering, specialized in microwave on the rain attenuation, derivation. I completed, then I got my title, doctor, 2014. I got my title. So this is how, you see, from graduate from a TVET institute, I become a PhD holder. And today I'm working in an international organization as a consultant in CPSC. You see, this is my way, how I started my career from certificate until to become a consultant. So this is what you can brand if you have a people like this in your country. Bring them, brand them, show to the community, your citizen, this is the product of TVET. It's our product from your institute. This is known as living icon. This is known as living icon. So that should be a promotion. Maybe you can take a video clip, interview, showcase. You can take a picture, or maybe you can invite him or she or he for talk, career path talk, to share, to motivate people, to motivate others. So you need to track all these kind of things. This is the image of that particular institution, the image of the system, the image of the country. So now I'm representing Malaysia in Philippines on the 16-member country. So it's a pride. I'm not here to boast or talk big about myself. I'm just giving one small example how we should go to the next level, promoting. So I'm just using my example. Any questions so far? Any questions? Hello?
No questions, sir.
You
Can
all
you give
with me?
some non-living icon? Can you give me
Living
some
icon.
example of non-living icon?
No. Living icon, not non-living icon. Living icon.
Yes, it is living icon, but can there any non-living icon or not?
If there is a non-living icon, let's say you can portray, but that guy is not there. You also can say this is late, but it is also living icon. But normally when you say living icon means something you can bring them and show to them. Because we want to use them to promote your program, your image. So if it is non-living, people who already died, how are you going to promote? Only can say legacy. Legacy. You can show the history, but you cannot bring them alive to talk. We want living icon means them to interact by video or talking like this, they can talk. That is living icon. If no, you can just say these are our graduates, our history. You can show their track record. You can make it like a video. Then you can show their photos and everything. Okay?
Okay.
Next, we go for challenges in building strong images. TVET institution in Asia Pacific face several challenges in building a strong image. Okay, first we saw how we can go, how we can encourage. Now we see the challenges. Perception of inferiority. Many students' parents view TVET as an alternative for those who do not excel in traditional academic settings. They always see those who are failure, cannot do very good, go to TVET. Like TVET is a second or third class. And you have no place to go TVET. That is a perception those days. Now, after the pandemic, COVID, have teachers a good lesson. So, TVET, we need TVET skill. TVET means skill. You learn theory and practical to update the skill and you can survive. You can perform. You need skill, whatever profession. During COVID, many of them lost job, but they don't have skill to earn. Those who have a skill, they earn. They're cooking, they're doing something for the earning. So the skill is very important. Okay? So it is better you promote for example, in Nepal. Even though you are doctor, you are lawyer, you are engineer, you are accountant. What skill you are like, come to us. We will train you, give you certification. Just don't train. Give them a certification. We are talking about micro-credential courses. Nepal should go for micro-credential. Please take note, micro-credential. Micro credential is a course which is only for 1 month you can give a certificate. Only for 2 months, 3 months, not 6 months, not 1 year. The maximum 3 months, the minimum 2 weeks. 2 weeks, 1 month, 2 months, 3 months. Then you can train them, give them a certificate. If you have any professional body who can recognize, competent them with a test, and that particular certificate can be used abroad, will be value added. You should do some MOU like this kind of competency-based skill training. Competency-based skill training with competency certification. Then your institution will be marketable. People will be coming because after getting the certificate, it is recognized overseas. I can work anywhere. Then I want you to take. Then you can see if with that polytechnic having a very good in food and beverages. Okay, you want to get certification, go to this polytechnic. If you want to get engineering, go for this. So you can select 5 places first. CTVT can select 5 places as a first run, as a pilot project. Then if it is okay, then we increase more. See the market. That should be the way. We should share the piece of cake. Sometimes equally. Sometimes we need to give bigger portion to the what we are aiming for this year. Then one day, after 5 years or 10 years, everybody will be very competitive enough. Because everybody have a big piece of budget, the cake to share. If every year everybody fighting to get their budget, next 10 years or so, we will be like this. We won't be going anywhere. So somebody have to sacrifice. This year we are focusing on the northern side. Next year to the southern side. The basic we will focus, but specific we want to focus. So that should be the strategic plan we should have. Okay. Limited awareness, lack of proper communication and outreach, reduce public understanding. That means the awareness is not there. Like you see, when we go for election, when come election, everybody campaigning, putting the banner here, talking there, talking here. 2 weeks or 1 month, I think will be a big fiesta in our country during election. Free food, free things, everything we'll get. After election, next 5 years, nothing. So the TVET should be all the time need to be taught. From day 1, January, you should have a schedule. You should have a program where to promote. When come to big holy festival, promote TVET. Bring TVET color. Bring to people. You spray TVET color. Bring TVET into your life. This kind of awareness you should bring. Bring religious matter and education together. Spiritual and academia together. You will prosperous. Bring all these kind of things. Think positively. Because we are not doing hard. It's education, right? We are not putting anything else. Think out of the box. How to create awareness. How to create awareness. Talk TVET every time. Eat, sleep, play, talk TVET. At least talk TVET to people. At least one people, you can talk to your neighbors, your friend. Then from mouth to mouth will be a good promotion. So the awareness, media, in the TV, in the media, in the your display, in the city, the advertisement board, in the theater, in Philippine theater, before you go for movie, they will put national anthem first. They will sing the national anthem song, then only movie will start. You see how the patriotism are they? So why not we promote TVET in the cinema? Everywhere we talk TVET before. TVET is one of the agenda for the empowering TVET for Nepal. That should be the way. CTEVT should take the lead through the Ministry of Education to promote TVET. Bring everybody talking TVET. Then whatever you do, people will know. Oh, I know this is TVET. I want to go. I've heard this story. From 15 years boy until 70 years man should know TVET. Then you are there. That is the image you should bring. So how you want to bring? Find a way. That is very important. Industry alignment issues. The perception that TVET causes are outdated. do not align with the industry need, undermines credibility. You see, outdated syllabus is obsolete. So why you are teaching, the syllabus is already outdated. Your curriculum need to review. Maybe you have a 5 years plan. Basically, generally every 5 years we review our curriculum. But sometimes at the present stage, I think every 3 years, even though 5 years is the maximum to review, but you need to have a midterm review every 2.5 or 3 years to look back your curriculum, which is obsolete. You need to revisit and make it, and make sure whatever you revise, you can have the facilities to demonstrate. That is where the knowledge transfer comes in. And for IT subject, I think it is not 3 years. If possible, every 6 months, revisit your curriculum or once a year, because IT is changing dramatically. Every seconds, every moment changing. So you need to update. If your curriculum are not, and also engage with the industry, what they need actually, the demand, supply and demand. We are the supply, they are the demand for the workforce. Then align according to their requirement. Then you know what we need to do. Now we are talking about bringing green, bringing sustainability. We need soft skill in the curriculum. So we already brought in. So in the curriculum must have green, sustainability, soft skill, teamwork, communication, all must have. When our students go out, they don't know how to work in a team. They cannot communicate. They don't know about green. They don't know about the curriculum. Green is not doing one time green is green. Green is continuously greening, saving the energy. We have 5 pillars in green. Green campus, green research, green culture, green community, green environment, technology. So these 5 will take time. Which green are you looking for? That is the challenge. Funding constraint, insufficient financial resource, affect infrastructure, faculty, quality, and marketing efforts. If you have a lack faculty, how are we going to build a good infrastructure? Facilities. How are you going to pay good remuneration, salary, attractive salary? Maybe you are master holder or PhD holder. You should give according to the market rate. If you can't get, how are they going to deliver? Definitely private sector will be pulling them. So, and marketing efforts. What are the marketing strategy tools we use to promote? So all these are very important. So these are the challenges in the strong images we have. Once you're already there, you should maintain. That is the challenge. So if you are doing very good, your soul and heart is there, you are really enthusiasm to do TVET, patriotism, you're committed, you want to do something, definitely this is not a big challenge. But if you're only doing because of you've been asked, you are instructed, because I'm sitting here, I'm doing, after my retirement, I don't know who is going to do, I don't crack my head. If that is the case, it won't go because we are not sincere. Like we pray sincerely, God will answer your prayers. If you pray with a motive, not sincerely, God knows God will won't answer your prayers. You will go more challenges until you're frustrated. So that is very important. Okay? So TVET also like this. Do it sincerely. Then you will be success. Either where you are, your TVET agenda will be success. Strategies for strengthening the TVET brand. The key strategies for promoting the TVET brand with a view of aligning with workforce demand. The key strategy is we want to brand the TVET based on the workforce demand. What are the demand of the work? We want to see the curriculum. Your outdated curriculum, we take out, we put a new curriculum where they will learn, we will show them, and they will go to the industry, they can use. Make sure you prepare a student ready-made market. When I say ready-made market means whatever they learn in your place, if you don't have, you need to train them. When they go to industry, or you can engage with the industry, they learn here, you don't have the practical, they can go to the industry, learn the practical, get the knowledge, then they can be employed by the industry once they graduate. Or they can go to a different place, abroad, because they know how to use the technology, they have hands-on. That is where it is very important. That is called ready-made market. But now the challenge is we are giving a good syllabus, but we don't have the facilities. We are not catering, we are not preparing ready-made market students. We are only on paper. Practical, they don't have. So this is the big challenge where the industry don't want to take because they don't know. They don't know how to use. So you must bring this kind of people, whether they can invest, they can invest the facilities in your polytechnic or centers where you can train, or you can engage with them, go send them to the industry or any other mechanism. In Malaysia, some of the industries opening their they are opening their factory like a small lab inside the university. They call it finishing school. Finishing school. That means the student can do practical here, they get the experience, then we will supply them for the market. Either they will take or they can go. So if they want to train other people, the company, they will also bring. We have a partnership. They can use our lab. They sponsor our lab. They sponsor everything. So this is what the partnership we built. Institute and industry linkages. We can also look into this aspect. Industry relationship and entrepreneurship. The next is entrepreneurship. Okay. How we going to entrepreneur? We do startup. We encourage the student to do the research. We guide them. They do innovation. After that, we engage with the industry. Then we create many entrepreneurs. Okay. We can also have an incubator. For example, in our place, people to see. Okay. Do startup, have an incubator, and from these two, you can create more entrepreneurs. Okay. So the how to strengthening is first enhancing public awareness and adequacy. Government and policy support. Policy makers should promote TVET through national campaign, ensuring integration into mainstream education system. The national campaign should be ongoing and it should be attractive enough. Don't use the old method, talking. Do TikTok. Promote using TikTok. The latest people like. See which trend people like. Do that. Or in Instagram, do reels. Something like that. Ensuring integration into mainstream education system. Make sure your education system is updated, not the old one. You talk the old one, no one interested. See what public, private are doing. Adopt that for public. So that is very important. Adapt and adaptation. Adapt and adaptation is very important. Be a proactive if you want to be winner. If you don't be a proactive, then don't blame others. Okay. Community engagement. School, business, and alumni should actively educate for TVET as a valuable career path. This is what I say. You eat, sleep, talk, friend, everything talk about TVET. Talk to TVET, community engagement, talk TVET everywhere. Even Holy Festival also celebrate TVET as a holy festival. TVET colors, the red color, the blue color, put any color TVET. Brand TVET, 2-3 colors and give it to people. This is TVET holy color. So to bring them enlightenment in their life. Media and social media utilization. Using traditional and digital media to share success stories, job placement, and industries collaboration. So media plays a very important. Either you can use a traditional, but now all digital media. Even you can do a podcast, okay, talking about TVET in your country. So everything we can do. Second is industry collaboration, okay, employer partnership, apprenticeship and internship program, strengthening links with industries, ensure hands-on experience and employment opportunity. Yesterday in the workshop too, there's one group talk about apprenticeship. So apprenticeship means 6 months, they go for training, they get some allowance. After that, they can take off. Internship, student do practical for 3 months or 6 months, then they can work. So these are the things we should announce. Always remember, on-job training, that is apprenticeship. Internship is on-job training, OJT. So we need this. All these are considered WBL, work-based learning. WBL, work-based learning. Okay, this is very important. You can see this good model. If you can do a benchmarking to Malaysia, you can see how they implement all this. Malaysia is very good in WBL, OBE, out-based education, and also this OJT. They are very good on that model. Joint certification program, partnering with industries to develop industry recognized credential and enhance TVET credibility. So we can do a joint certification, public and private. Anything we can join, do a join and make value added, put two logo. Like you see, CPSC joined with CTEVT, organize this program, international level. So this is joint organization. We have two logo, we bring all of you all. So do this kind of things with your private sector, with your private partner, external partner. Then you will be known, people, because they have their own network, you have your own network. These two network people are connected. More people come to know. You create awareness and the value added. Funding and sponsorship, industry-backed scholarship and infrastructure support, improve institutional image and resources. So support from the industry, like scholarship, like I say, building a lab in Malaysia, they support, they sponsor. So these kind of things we need to do a collaboration. Bring industry into your academic board to as a stakeholder to give their input. Project day, bring them as one of the judge to review the project. Engage with them. Do a CSR, corporate service responsibility project. So this is very important. Even if you're talking about accountant course, merge with the banks. I think you have a lot of banks in Nepal. So merge with the bank, do program. Every bank, they have a CSR budget and they don't know where to give the money. So engage, do make your system well. But when you talk, send them proposal, you do it professionally. Walk the talk. Not getting the money, not doing. Then people don't trust. Next time they don't give. Quality enhancement and accreditation. Number 3. Curriculum modernization, ensuring TVET program aligned with the emerging technologies, industry demand. That means your TVET program is marketable with the emerging technologies. What are the emerging technologies? AI, virtual reality, VR, augmented reality, AR, mixed reality, MR, then extended reality, XR. So all these are autonomous driver, big data, cloud computing, cyber security, all these are emerging technologies. So we should learn and bring these experts and offer this kind of program. Data-driven decision making. Also another new things we are looking in, we need to look into it. Accreditation and recognition, adhering to global standard, acquiring certification from recognized body. Okay, you see, that's why if you have an institution, I think in the first day, our Director General has promoted APAC. Asia Pacific Accreditation Certification and Commission is an international recognition body to say, if you can get an award, they say you have a quality in your institution. It's a quality institution accreditation, not by program. If your program, you have a national program accreditation, like we have Washington Accord, Dublin Accord, Sydney Accord, that is by program. But this is APAC, is an international accreditation by institution, not by program. But we also will look at the program criterion. One of our, out of 7, teaching and learning is one of our criterion. So we should go for that kind of accreditation. And when the student have this, the institution got quality, when the student graduate from there, they can be going abroad, mobility. Then people will be seeing, oh, it's recognized, my son, my children, my daughter can get outside work. So let's go to the university. They have this kind of certification. So that also will tell. We cannot say, we are good, we are good, we are good. There should be third-party people must tell, you are good. This is award we are giving you. Then only you can tell the people, we are good because we have been audited by these people. They gave us this. Then the trust will come. You cannot boast yourself. You need another people to tell you are good. Remember that. Always. In life also like that. Don't tell I'm good. People must tell you are good. Then you are good. Even though you know you are good. But don't carry the credit by own. Let others judge you. Accreditation and recognition. Adhering to the global standards, acquiring certification from the, okay, this one I think we already done. Faculty development, continuous training for instructors to stay updated with technology and pedagogical advancement. This is very lacking everywhere. Say, no money, no budget. Even to buy infrastructure also no budget. How can I send my staff for staff development? No budget. So this is the problem. If today training, this training supposed to do face-to-face in Nepal. But because of time constraint or maybe the budget, we need to change it to online. If we can do it on face-to-face, more activities we can do. So you see, but we make it, whatever limitation, we need to solve it. Okay. So we make sure we deliver the best, even though online, make sure all of you are interacted. Okay. So we make alternative. But if it is face-to-face, it will be more effective, definitely. So you see, that is where the staff, faculty need to be, maybe they have studied 10 years ago, 20 years ago, 30 years ago, the knowledge already obsolete. So they need to be sent for reskilling, upskilling to the latest technology. If they understand, they experience it, then only they can transfer the knowledge to the student or other people who are coming for the training. If no, they also don't know how are they going to grow. So this is where the top management have to look into it, have some program, have some budget, send the good people. When they come, they will deliver. This is called return of investment. You invest on them, they give the return. Not invest on them, after 2 months, they retire, they go back. Or they transfer to private university. Must have some agreement, must see, they should give something to the system. Then you should have a succession plan. After them, who are you going to train to sit in the place? Then only the sustainability will be there. If no, you don't train anyone, suddenly something you've been promoted, you put somebody who don't know what to do, then the whole system is collapsed. That is what happening in everywhere. So the faculty development is very important. Staff development for the succession plan and also for knowledge enhancement is very important. If you want to strengthen your TVET brand and image. This is one of the real recruitment where all the directors have to look into it. All the policy players must make sure what you said in the policy need to be done. And all the top management people, the stakeholders, or even if it is a governing body like TVET, have to look into it in all the institutions. What is the plan? Number 4, integration of imaging technologies, AI and digital learning. Utilizing AI-driven learning modules, simulation based on training online platform. So this is, we cannot run away. We need to know AI digital learning. So if you don't know, go for a course, get the knowledge, try to implement. If all the polytechnics or other universities cannot do, select few of them from regional wise, send for training, equip yourself. Green and sustainable practice. I think this is very, very important. Every place can do. Incorporating sustainably focus on causes, enhance relevance in the future job market. So green and sustainable. Not do one time you say you are green. Do one time drone technology, you say I've learned IoT. We have introduced IoT. No, it should be a sustainable. Time to time, we should know, upgrade and keep moving. That should be there. So that is very important, not one-off. Entrepreneurial and technopreneurship program. Entrepreneur is, you become entrepreneur. Okay? You have something, you commercialize, you sell, you make profit, you are entrepreneur. You have own company. Technopreneurship is, you become entrepreneur in your field. Let's say you are electrical. So your electrical field, you become the entrepreneur. That is called technopreneur. If you are civil, not electrical, suddenly become entrepreneur in what you call food industry, selling food. That is not technopreneur. That is only entrepreneur. If technopreneur, if you IT, you become the champion in IT. In your field, you become entrepreneur. Then you become also known as technopreneur. Okay? So we should introduce techno program how they can be a techno entrepreneur in their program, in their field, to sell things from, how they can market themselves, what is the future. That kind of programs we should introduce. Okay, so nowadays the 2K kids, they don't want to study for 3 years diploma. There's no patience. Everybody very fast. Even download the data, everything they want very fast, high speed. So they don't have patience to wait for 3 years diploma. They want study 2-3 months. Within 3 months, they can work, earn money. So micro credential is the solution. Introduce micro credential courses and build the image in Nepal. These are the polytechnics doing short courses, micro credential in what are the field. We offer certificate, everything. Then you see the market. Then once they graduate, you should also try to get them a job or create an environment where they can become entrepreneur. That should be the government policy. Have to look into it. The platform, the ecosystem must have recognition of prior learning, RPL. Also another factor we need to look into it. Number 5, enhancing students' alumni engagement. Alumni success stories. This is important. I told you, this is living icon. Showcase them. Career guidance, job placement service. Okay, is very important. TVET competition and showcase. Have a TVET competition. Have a program. Time to time, every 3 months once. Some have some competition from age this one, this, building small robot or something like that. Some busy things to promote 2-in-1, make people aware. So all this should have engaged with the student, final year's project, community problem, alumni, engage them, put in your social media, show to everyone, share to your ministry, share to your stakeholders, share to your private sector, public sector, environment, in all local groups, even your housing, where you are staying in housing development, you have a local group committee, show to them also, promote them, everything you promote, it should be good. Information is wealth. Remember, information is wealth. Marketing and branding strategies. Targeting, identifying target audience. Number 1. Developing unique value proposition. Creating strong online presence. Content marketing. Number 4. Number 5, leveraging online reviews and testimonials. Number 6, collaborating with influencers. So this should be the marketing and branding strategies we should uphold. I think we have done yesterday in the workshop. You can also do that. This is just, I think this is similar with what the local resource person have said as well. Strategies for training, you see marketing strategies, planning, management, registration could be offline. Okay, traffic building, social media, optimization process, conversion analysis, web design. But this is what strategy are you going to do? First, planning and management should be there. Then all these are the strategies where what you're going to do. So you can do how you want to market your strategy. So you see, this is the image of a TVET institution. TVET online modeling, online stories. Okay. So we can do this kind of promotion in the social media to promote TVET. TVET for entrepreneurship, startup, incubation process. We can also show like this to make it more attractive. But make sure we also have this kind of ecosystem. When you show but you don't have the real, then people say you are only just showing, but not the real thing. Okay. TVET in robotics, you see, the guy is wearing virtual reality. They're doing some works, the labs. Okay, case study of success branding in Asia Pacific. Okay. Singapore Institute of Technical Education. I've been here, ITE. They have 3 branches. I went to the center. The ITE is the like CTEVT. The Singapore government funding the money, channeling the money to ITE. They are the one running the program. Certificate to diploma, micro-credential courses. They are competitor to University, Nanyang University, okay, National University, also Polytechnic, also their competitor. They are there. They are having a very good infrastructure. Their environment very good. If you got time, please visit ITE benchmarking. I prefer CTVT people go to ITE and make a visit. If you need something to connect you all, CPSC can help. We have a connection with ITE. So this is a nice place to visit. Okay, a model for success branding, integration, state-of-art infrastructure, industry partnership, and strong public perception. South Korea Mister School, industry-led vocational school, ensuring high employability rates for graduate. Australia TAFE system, providing a well-structured international recognized TVET framework. So you should also create one for Nepal. All for Nepal, one for Nepal. So you should create one or two for Nepal. You all should identify who CTVT should identify and make it happen. Then we can say Nepal also we have one success case study in TVET to showcase. So conclusion, to raise TVET institution image in the Asia Pacific region, a multi-stakeholder strategy must be applied, integrating policy, adequacy, industries partnership, curriculum reform, and online engagement. Through addressing current challenges and launching strategic program, TVET institution can enhance their image, increase enrollment, and play effective role in workforce development and economic growth. Establish a good positive reputation for TVET institution is important to draw in students, gain industry's confidence, and secure stakeholder and government investment. Branding, public awareness campaign, success stories, industries partnership, and utilization digital platform to promote TVET contribution to future-proof skill development are some effective image branding activities. So these are the takeaway point I can share. You also can read if you want really serious talking about image building for TVET in Nepal. So your takeaway pictorial, this should be your mindset of future TVET in Nepal. It can go green, future of TVET, go green, okay, inclusive program, you can give whatever program, okay, you have technology, education, training, okay, modernized training, so go green, okay, so these are the things where the future of TVET built in. So we should align towards that to make people aware and come to make a marketable, make what you can do in Nepal with the resource you have, make it greater, especially the TVET brand in Nepal. Or maybe you can also bring your TVET brand to abroad for certain area which you are specializing in. You can train and send, generate income. These are my references. Branding TVET program through quality, okay, infrastructure and pedagogy innovation, the corporate image building program, additional issue, TVET quality improvement, enhancing the image and attractiveness of TVET. With that, I conclude my presentation.
So in today's topic, we'll be discussing the 4 particular areas with reference to branding. Why the TVET branding is important in today's life. TVET plays a very crucial role in developing a skilled workforce that meets, of course, the industry demands and also foster the economic growth for any particular country. So you cannot even dream about having a kind of a country which fosters its economic growth, but does not complement with the needs of the TVET and the skill work. Impossible that. For the TVET, always, all the time, in all countries. I told whether this may be the developed countries, developing countries, or the underdeveloped countries. TVET always upholds a very kind of a stigma on it. Any kind of a blue-collar job holds a negative perception or the stigma on it. Branding and image building efforts are essential to improve the public perception, to increase the enrollment and enhance the industry collaboration. So when you talk about any particular country, you would not be seeing a TVET enrollment more than 1% of that particular country's youth, whether this may be any kind of a country. I was just seeing in context of Nepal as well. Even in context of Nepal, your TVET enrollment is right now not exceeding more than 1%. Same is the case with India. Same is the case with Pakistan. Same is the case with Bhutan. Same is the case with Bangladesh, Malaysia, Singapore. There is only just one country in the world which is exceeding more than approximately 25% of their youth, and that is Germany. How Germany did it? How they accomplished a TVET enrollment of above than 25%. That is a big paradigm behind that. And we will be studying that particular paradigm also. Apart from studying monitoring and evaluation strategies, how to evaluate the TVET branding. So this paper of mine explores the strategies for branding and image building in TVET, along with finding out the mechanisms for monitoring and evaluating these initiatives for you. So branding and image building, what are the effective strategies for the TVET for branding and image building? For me, like if I just talk about the branding in today's world of IT, artificial intelligence, digital marketing, the brand positioning is very important. Always define TVET's a unique value propositions, highlighting the very high standard things. And what are those? Try to highlight the employability, the skill development, industrial relevance. Try to portray the relevance of your skill development and TVET with that of industry relevance, and also try to portray it as that it's a employment ready career pathway. You just complete your course and get yourself integrated into the market, into the industry. That is somewhere like you can place the brand positioning. The second important thing, how you can do it by the virtue of media branding, is brand messaging. Develop a consistent message emphasizing TVET's role in economic development and innovation. And how you can do it? By two ways. One is portraying the prospects of employment by virtue of the TVET. That if you get yourself integrated into the TVET, you'll be having a very precise and concise pathway towards the employment prospects. The second thing is, if you, God forbid, does not succeed to accomplish a good employment prospect, you can opt for a self-employment. You can earn some good money in the shape of self-employment or the entrepreneurship or the technure employment prospects. I would like to ask the participants, my participants, if anyone from the participants, can somebody tell me what is the technopreneurs and what is the entrepreneur? Anyone can anyone define it from the participants? Any volunteer? I'll be coming up with a medal of honor for
The person who starts any business
person
or
who's coming
anything
up with
on
the
his
definition
own
or the difference between technopreneur and entrepreneur.
Can I talk about technopreneur? Because since we have
Yes,
mentioned on
absolutely,
our SWOT
absolutely.
analysis, actually technopreneurship is a combination of technology and entrepreneurship for the process of developing and managing technology that has been driven for business innovation to solve the real world problem, maybe kind of. This is how I understand technopreneurship. Thank you.
Perfect. Wonderful. Wonderful. There are 4 principles. So very basic. Okay, let me say is, whenever you opt for some kind of a good idea for the sake of technopreneurship, what happens is your idea should be a soul whale or soul shark or a soul big fish in this blue ocean. What is that? Idea should be the hello?
Hello, sir.
Yeah, sorry. I'm sorry. I got a little bit interruption of the internet in the meanwhile. So my apologies. We were discussing about the technopreneur idea. So the technopreneur idea should be coming up with some kind of a solution against any society's problem, first thing. The second thing, idea should be the sole idea in blue ocean. Like if it's a big ocean, so it must be one idea out of this whole blue ocean. The third most important thing is it should be coming up with some kind of a versatility built within its side, like some kind of an idea which is accomplishable, which qualifies the smart objective sort of a strategy on it. The fourth most important thing should be the idea should be technically and financially feasible. The fifth important thing should be it should be pertinent to the society, to the community, not only for yourself, for your friends, for your family. It should be fitting to everyone. So when we talk about the technopreneurs, so at the same time, we talk about developing a consistent message emphasizing TVET's role in economic development. So what is the message? The message is you must be opting for either of two things. One is the employment prospects. If not employment prospects, you must be focusing on advocating your youth that you guys can be successful technopreneurs. You can create the employment prospects for the value, for the society. The third most important thing is visual identity. Create standardized branding elements such as slogans, promotional material, Kamyab Jawan, Hunarmand Nepal, Hunarmand, or something like Khushhal Nepal, or probably something like Prospective Nepal, Skilled Youth, or something like that. I mean, which creates some kind of the good logos, some kind of the good slogans for your youth for the promotional materials. The next important thing is you can come up with the digital marketing and the media engagement policies in today's era. Social media campaigns, you can utilize the platforms like LinkedIn's, Facebook, TikToks to share the success stories, testimonials, and industry collaborations. You can also come up with the websites, online presences, maintain a user-friendly websites with detailed program description and alumni engagement, success story programs, and the career opportunities, creating it on the LinkedIn on some kind of a alumni engagement programs. You can also come up with the influencer and industry partnership programs, collaborate with industry leaders, influencers, probably some top brand models over there in Nepal, or probably some kind of a top-notch industrialists or influencers can be coming up for the promotion of the TVET sector or the skill development based blue collar jobs in Nepal. So next, when we talk about the TVET branding, we can also come up with the community and industry engagement programs as well. We can go for the public-private partnerships, industry collaborations, leading to the training and employment pathways. We can also opt for the career awareness campaigns. And how we can do it? We can do it in the shape of outreach programs by organizing the seminars, by organizing the workshops, the programs to promote, educate students and the parents about the TVET opportunities. See, you will have to convince Professor Naeem, or you will have to convince Mr. Amar, or also Dr. Kesavan to get his or her children to be enrolled in TVET. And for that, you will have to restore the prestige and honor in the community. You can also assign the TVET ambassadors. By virtue of that, what we can do is we can assign some top-notch media persons, some top-notch broadcasters, some news players to serve as the TVET ambassadors, appoint successful graduates also as the role models to promote the TVET careers. Do the policy advocacy and institutional support. And for that, you can acquire the government endorsements, engage policymakers to advocate for the TVET as the priority. You can also come up with integration with the formal education. That is the biggest pathway for which I advocate right now is being adopted by the developing countries. Create the career prospects, create alternative career pathways for your TVET graduates in the shape of vocational qualification frameworks. Do we have a vocational qualification framework available in Nepal?
Yeah, there is, sir. Ambiguous.
Yes, absolutely. Absolutely. Would you have it? I know about it as well. So I'm right now trying to make a regional qualification framework by virtue of which we can simply align the qualification framework of India, Pakistan, Nepal, Bhutan, Bangladesh, Sri Lanka, Philippines, Maldives, Myanmar, Bhutan, Fiji, Nepal, every qualification framework into one particular paraphilia. And we over here in CPSC is right now talking about it to have our regional qualification framework by virtue of which Nepal can obviously assign equivalency for the vertical and horizontal progression of the TVET credit hours acquired by a trainee over there in Bangladesh, over there in Philippines, over there in Nepal, Bhutan, India, or Pakistan. So you can also come up with the scholars and incentives, introduce financial aids and the stipends to attract the students onto the TVET programs. Now, this is kind of a strategy which is being adopted by the countries like in Pakistan. The whole TVET education is 100% incentivized just to make it a little bit more accessible and incentivized for the youth of the particular country. So my third part of the presentation is about how you can monitor and evaluate the branding and image building initiatives in your country. So you have been talking about, you have been studying about how you can keep on branding. Probably Dr. Kesavan, probably some other resource persons were talking to you on all kinds of strategies, websites, bringing ambassadors, bringing all those things like in your country by using the tools like social media platforms, by adopting the tools like TV platforms, some electronic media, press media, but how you can monitor it, how you can find it that your initiatives which you are taking for everything are actually reaping some good benefit for you, how you can monitor it. So for that, you can come up with the key performance indicators. What is key performance indicator? Key performance indicator is a yardstick. And in my country, we normally call it as a fita, by virtue of which you measure that particular thing on a particular Likert scale. In your particular language, I don't know what you guys call it, but in a particular language, we call it as a fita, or probably something like inchy tape, or something like scale. So it's more like a instrument by virtue of which you evaluate any particular performance or progress on a Likert scale, probably on a scale out of 5, probably on a Likert scale out of 10, or something like out of percentage, probably in context of 50%, 60%, 70%. So how you can evaluate that your TVET is performing well and the strategies being adopted by you for the sake of TVET media publicity campaigns are going well? First, evaluate your annual percentage increase of TVET enrollment. Last time, during the last particular year, this was like probably 0.8%. Okay, so this year it's 1%. It's good. Like we are improving. One indicator, one KPI, by virtue of which you can evaluate that you can monitor that your mechanisms and branding strategies yield the prescribed outcomes and the outputs of your objectives. The second thing, you can check the public perception. By virtue of that, you can conduct the survey-based analysis of the TVET awareness and the reputations. That can be qualitative, that can be quantitative, open-ended questions, close-ended questions. You can do it in the shape of seminars. Okay, ask the parents, ask Professor Naeem, ask Mr. Amar, are you willing to get your students or probably your children to be enrolled in TVET as a CNC operator, as a EV vehicle maintenance supervisor, as a dressmaker, as a textile designer, as a fashion designer, as a creative art designer, or some AutoCAD man? If majority of the parents says yes, it means your strategies are going good. The third important thing is employer engagement. See how many employers are right now signing the agreements with your TVET institutions. That is something which will be coming up with a good yield percentage. Okay, fine. So your TVET is working good. I mean, last year, this institution signed 7 agreements with the industry. And this particular year, they have doubled the number. It means your prestige and honor for the TVET sector is being improved. See, it's a fourth KPI by virtue of which you can monitor your framework is working good. Fifth important thing, media outreach. See the social media analytics, website traffic, and the media mentions. How many people are right now approaching and hitting the TVET para frameworks, like probably hitting the Polytechnic Institute websites, hitting the websites of technical and vocational councils over there in Nepal? How many people are right now hitting the TVET other repositories, probably the National Skill Information System, the demand and supply bridging gap analysis portals? By virtue of that particular traffic, people hitting and searching the TVET, you can also come up with how many persons searched about the TVET prospects available over there in Nepal. That is another thing. You can evaluate the traffic moving towards the TVET paraphilia. The last most important thing, stakeholder satisfaction. Acquire the feedback from the students, employers, policymakers, that how they think about the TVET, how they think about the skill development, how they think about the employment which is based on the technical and vocational training. What is their perception for that? So now these are actually 6 KPIs by virtue of which you can evaluate the monitoring, you can monitor and evaluate your strategies, by virtue of which you can restore the prestige and honor of your TVET in your particular framework, in your country. Okay, so what kind of the techniques you can adopt? So now these are the 4 very important techniques you can adopt to monitor all those things. You can have the surveys, focus group discussions, regular surveys with the students, parents, industry, partners. Keep on asking them, okay, fine, what do you think about the TVET? What's your perception for your children to get them enrolled for the kind of a TVET-based jobs? Use the media analytics. How you can do it? Track engagement rates, get the impressions, get the shares on the digital platforms. Use the alumni tracking. Go behind the alumni. Ask them, monitor the graduates' career progress, gather the testimonials. Like, okay, so Professor Naeem got graduated from the University of Massachusetts back in over there in 2014. So what he's doing right now? He's doing good. So it means the graduate of the TVET, which graduated from my university at that particular year, is doing good right now. Okay, how many students are doing good right now? Okay, fine. So almost 70% are doing good right now. Now portray this thing in your media. Portray this thing into your testimonials. Portray their success stories. That is how you can do it. Alumni tracking. Fourth important thing, benchmarking studies. Carry out the benchmarking studies. Compare the TVET branding strategies with the successful models in other countries. Compare your strategy over there in Nepal with the countries like in Germany, with the countries like over there in Singapore, with the branding strategies being adopted by the countries like Philippines. You know what? Philippines has a very successful TVET strategy. Tesla is right now amongst the top leaders in context of the TVET branding. Get their success stories. Do compare your TVET with their. Like, I mean, how kind of the strategies they are adopting. So, no, see, that is how you can evaluate your framework qualitatively and as well as quantitatively by the virtue of adopting the rubrics. You know what is rubrics? Rubrics is actually to do it in the shape of a kind of a framework which is more like a implementation strategy for adopting or executing a project. What is the awareness impact? High media coverage, strong engagements, excellent. Award the 4 points for that. Okay, so not very fine, but it's good. Moderate media presence. We do have a moderate media presence and the good engagement strategy for the TVET in context of awareness impact for the public. 3 points out of the 4. Good. Limited media exposure, low engagements. Go for the 2 points, or probably it's a poor, like no media coverage, poor engagements in context of awareness impacts. Go for just 1 point. See, that is how you can adopt evaluation framework in context of qualitative and as well as quantitative rubrics for your media strategies. That is how you can monitor your media strategy. And you can do it probably for your institute, for your district, for your division, for your province, for your region, or if you are a person from the national agency, you can do it for the whole country as well. Evaluate your awareness impact. What is the awareness impact of the strategies being adopted by you for the sake of TVET awareness in your country? Evaluate it on a Likert scale of 1 to 4. Poor, fair, good, or excellent. The second most important thing, go for industry collaboration. Just evaluate what kind of the industrial collaborations your TVET do have for your institute, for your area, for your nation. Multiple partnerships, industry-led programs are being prevailed in Nepal. Good one, 4 points. Just some partnerships or some employer engagements, 3 points. Very fewer or the minimal employer engagements, 2 points out of 4. No partnerships at all. I mean, my institute does not have a good industrial collaboration. No industry involvement. 1 out of 4. And next to that, go for the enrollment growth. Every year, my institution or my area is getting significant increase in enrollment. It means my M&D strategy for the TVET enrollment is doing good. Moderate perception shift. It's very little positive feedback or impact in context of public enrollment growth rate. Probably or no growth, declining enrollment. Okay, 1 point. Public perception, positive perception shift, high rate of satisfaction coming from the employers, from the parents, from the industry. Good one, 4 points out of 4. Or negative perception. People are not very much satisfied with the TVET. It's a negative perception. 1 point out of 4. So then is sustainability. It's a well-structured and long-term branding strategies for my institution, for my area, or the medium-term branding strategies, probably, or the short-term campaigns only, sometimes once in a year, once in a quarter, once in a biannual, or probably no clear branding strategies, very disorganized efforts, 1 point out of 4. See, that is how you can monitor and evaluate your monitoring strategy for TVET branding in your institute, in your area, in your city, or if you are a national role player in TVET for your country. And now you can rate it on a Likert scale of 20. Okay, so my institute got 11 marks out of 20. So it's almost 55%. So it means my institution is not very good. Like it's not very precisely taking or attaining any good marketing strategies for TVET branding or image building. So I need to do something for that. Same is the case with my city, same is the case with my region, my province, or also for my country. See, that is how you monitor and evaluate the M&E strategies being adopted for the good TVET branding in your institute, city, region, or the country. Okay, so now we have studied the 3 points. One is why TVET branding is important. The second most important thing was, which we studied about, what kind of the branding strategies we can have. The third one was how you can monitor and evaluate branding and image building initiatives. And now we are coming towards the fourth most important thing. I would be asking everyone to be very much cognizant and attentive towards these case studies. That is country specific examples. So I hope everyone is clear so far. If anyone has some kind of a question for these three first parts, so you can come up with any kind of a question. You will be welcomed. और मुझे लगता है आप लोग काफी ज्यादा हद तक उर्दू भी जानते हैं और उर्दू और हिंदी भी जानते हैं काफी हद तक. सो अगर किसी का कोई भी सवाल है तो मैं उसको बिल्कुल खुशामदीद बोलूंगा. Anyone?
No questions, sir.
No questions. Thank you so much, Mr. Amar. So, Mr. Amar, हम में से कितने लोग जो है वो हिंदी जानते हैं?
Almost all.
बहुत लोग
जबरदस्त
जानते हैं सर.
जबरदस्त सारी जानते हैं तकरीबन.
सारे तो नहीं, बहुत लोग जानते हैं.
बहुत सारे लोग जानते हैं. चलें, बहुत 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 शुक्रिया. थैंक यू सो मच. ये तो मेरे लिए एक और पॉजिटिव हो गया. सो अगर किसी को कोई भी बात इंग्लिश में समझ ना आए, सो मैं रिक्वेस्ट करूंगा कि आप मुझसे हिंदी में भी बात कर सकते हैं. कोई ऐसा मसला नहीं है. स्पेसिफिकली इन कॉन्टेक्स्ट ऑफ इफ यू हैव एनी काइंड ऑफ अ क्वेश्चन, अगर आपका कोई भी सवाल है जो आपको लगता है कि आप इंग्लिश में नहीं पूछ पा रहे, सो यू कैन ऑल्सो कम अप विद उर्दू और प्रोबेबली हिंदी. तो आप मुझसे वो क्वेश्चन उर्दू में या हिंदी में भी पूछ सकते हैं. So coming back again towards my presentation. So that was about, we were talking about the case studies. So I hope my slide is visible to everyone.
Yes,
The
sir.
case-
Visible.
Thank you
Yes,
so
sir.
much.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, thank you so much. So the first case study pertains to Singapore's Skills Future Program. Singapore's Skill Future programs played a pivotal role in branding TVET as an attractive career pathways. सिंगापुर ने जो अपना स्किल्स फ्यूचर प्रोग्राम लॉन्च किया, उसने टीवेट ब्रांडिंग में एक बहुत ही ज्यादा मौसर किरदार निभाया. किस तरीके से? हाउ दे डिड इट? Before, I mean, if you just see the Singapore TVET sector back in 1970s, 1980s, so Singapore was also facing the same kind of a paradigm, same kind of an issue which we are facing as a country like Nepal, which is being faced by Pakistan or probably for India, Bangladesh. I mean, blue collar jobs were facing societal stigma. What they did was, they first of all introduced in 1980s government funding for lifelong learning and upskilling. Okay, fine. अगर कोई मजीद स्किल हासिल करना चाहता है तो गवर्नमेंट उसके उस पर्टिकुलर स्किल अपग्रेडेशन प्रोग्राम को स्पॉन्सर करेगी. That is what I did also for my country. Like while I was making the policies for my prime minister, I actually introduced a upskilling program which was sponsored by the government. Government sponsored and motivated and encouraged the programs by virtue of which they can upskill themselves. Okay, fine. So you have skill level 2. So if you, under the NVQ, have skill level 3, you want to opt for skill level 4 or 5 or 6, government will sponsor you for that. Probably the half fee, probably the 70% of your fee. That is what Singapore did. And that is what like countries like Pakistan or probably for some other countries like over there in Europe, they are doing it right now. The second most important thing they adopted was strong industry collaboration with TVET institutions. Okay, so आपको पता है चाइना भी यही करता है. चाइना ने हर एक पर्टिकुलर इंस्टीट्यूशन को सेंटर बना के उसके इर्द गिर्द एक वेब क्रिएट करती है और उसको वो बोलते हैं इंडस्ट्रियल इंस्टीट्यूट. I got myself certified and I'm also a global trainer for the Guangzhou Technical Training Institution, which is an industrial training institution. Guangzhou Technical Institution, industrial institution, पूरे ग्वांजो का हब है, सेंट्रल पॉइंट है, पूरी इंडस्ट्री उसके इर्द गिर्द रिवॉल्व करती है, घूमती है. Every particular industry over there in Guangzhou, they actually revolves around this particular one institution. The policies of institution are being made by the industry, equipment machinery being provided by the industry, workforce being utilized by the industry, skill standard curricula being adopted by the industry, being even developed by the industry, national occupational skill standards developed by the industry. See how they're doing it. Industry collaboration. Wow, wonderful. An institution living in the center, the industry being operated all around. That is how the countries do it. उन्होंने सिंपली अपना वो ब्लू कॉलर जॉब स्टिग्मा ही हटा दिया. इंडस्ट्री बंदा मांगेगी, इंस्टीट्यूट तैयार करेगा एंड इमीडिएटली इंडस्ट्री उसको कंज्यूम कर लेगी. I mean, that is how the nations are doing it, the developed nations. And the third important thing, nationwide awareness campaigns. Singapore ran nationwide campaign programs promoting technical skills. That is how the Nepal can do it. आप में से कोई मुझे बता सकता है कि नेपाल ने पिछले साल टीवेट के ऊपर कितना फंड एलोकेट किया for the sake of good media campaigns and awareness programs? I guess nobody would be having an answer for this. Nobody. See, that is something which is happening for the countries like us. हमारे साथ यही हो रहा है. हमें पता ही नहीं है कि हम कितना फंड, हम कितना money, how much money we are utilizing for the TVET media campaigns and awareness. Nobody knows. Is this particular budget being allocated in your budgets? No. There is no allocation for the fiscal budgetary allocation for the TVET branding in your budgets. Not even in my country, not even in India, not even in Bhutan, in Nepal. That is what they are doing right now. Germany is branding their TVET sector. They are branding their education sector by allocating approximately 0.5% of their budget for the TVET branding in their national media, TV channels, in their press media, but we are not doing it. That is why we are studying right now here. So next, talking about Germany. Germany ने तो system ही बदल दिया ना. उन्होंने education और TVET को mix कर दिया, like this. They combined the both. Okay, what they did was, they said, okay, fine, for me, like if you want to get yourself shifted from education to TVET, adopt these occupational standards. You will be shifted to the TVET. And okay, if you want yourself to get yourself proclaimed as a PhD scholar and you're a TVET person, get these pedagogies. You will be shifted from the TVET to this particular sector. They structured their qualification framework in such a way that their TVET provides them vertical and horizontal progression into each other's career pathway. So for them, TVET is education, education is TVET. No distinguishment at all. What they do is, when their student is in 9th standard, they bifurcate them. Okay, fine. So you guys are supposed to be the engineers. You guys are supposed to be the IT professionals. And you guys are supposed to be the guys who will be going into the dual education system. Dual VET, dual TVT. So, I mean, mandatory industry apprenticeships for everyone, probably engineers, probably for the TVET guys, mandatory. High employment due to the strong industry partnership. Industry partnership is so strong that they don't have any kind of a stigma for that. उनके यहाँ वो stigma exist ही नहीं करता. Blue collar stigma, not at all. Available ही नहीं है जी. क्यों? Industry institution partnership is too strong. Get your training prepared in institution and it will be digested by the industry immediately. Third important thing, government support in branding, like we are also doing in Pakistan. Government is right now branding the technical and vocational education. प्राइम मिनिस्टर हर खबरों के बाद आता है और आके एक छोटी सी तकरीर देता है 30 सेकंड की। क्या हुनर में अजमत है, हुनर आपको बुलंदियों तक पहुंचाता है, हुनरमंद पाकिस्तान, फलता फूलता पाकिस्तान। I mean, see, that is how you do it. For you, like in Nepal, the top branding guys, probably your ministers, your prime ministers, they can come on the news channels. They can come during the news bulletins just to advocate. You can also connect it with the religion, like as in Pakistan, we did it. Al-Qasib wa Habibullah. मेहनत करने वाला अल्लाह ताला का दोस्त है. See, that is a strategy, how you can do it. By using, because the society actually gets attracted by emotional norms, by the religious norms, and you need to restore the prestige and honor of the TVET. Connect it with the society's frequency, catch their spectrum, their wavelength, and you can do it by virtue of social, political, technological, environmental, and scientifically. Steps, STEPS. You can tap their minds in 5 ways. Steps, social, technological, environmental, political, or the scientific ways. That is how Germany did it. Government supported the branding of TVET as a prestigious option. TVET at the number 1, doctors, medical number 2, engineers number 3, IT professionals number 4, and on number 5th, it can be the civil services or the bureaucracy, something like that. So here's how the Pakistan did it. Pakistan and Rwanda. The TVET transformation plan. I was the guy who actually prepared the TVET transformation plan over there in 2016 for the Pakistan. What we did was try to restore the prestige and honor of Pakistan's TVET regime, nationwide skill development campaigns. And you can see this picture, like green stairs leading towards prosperity. हुनरमंद पाकिस्तान, skills for all, हुनर सबके लिए, वजीर आजम का नौजवानों को बाइख्तियार बनाने का प्रोग्राम. By the way, I was the guy who actually prepared this program for Pakistan, हुनरमंद Pakistan Skills for All program. This was launched back in year 2020 and it got concluded last year in December 2024. So it was a 4 years program. It just got concluded last year. So by virtue of this program, we skilled more than 500,000 youth in our country. And this program was a very over-encompassing program. So, I'm sorry. So we came up with industry, nationwide skill development campaigns for this program. We invited the brand ambassadors, some good models. We invited some persons like who are the top brand persons. We asked them to advocate for the TVET. We asked them to advocate for the skill development. We asked them to run the campaigns. And these were the paid campaigns. It was launched in the shape of a program. And it was a gigantic ceremony, which was broadcasted in the national media. You can see launch 9/1/2020. So this particular ceremony was broadcasted on approximately more than 20 news channels at one time. So that is how you can do it. Investment, put the investment in the modern TVET training centers with the cutting edge technologies. We established more than 20 smart tech lab TVET laboratories, which is right now more than 200 in Pakistan, equipped with AR, VR goggles, augmented reality, virtual reality, mixed reality goggles. So that is how you can make the TVET sector more attractive for the people. People will be coming like, what's this? Like, why these guys are wearing the goggles? Okay, so they are learning about the EV vehicles, electric vehicles. They are learning about the renewable energy inside these goggles. They are practicing the TVET. That is how the augmented reality, virtual reality works for you. So incentivize the TVET by virtue of adhering this particular TVET with modern technologies instead of adhering them with a blue collar stigma. So talking about Australia, what Australia TEF, Technical and Further Education, the authority over there did was they rebranded the TVET, high quality industry relevant programs. They introduced the strong digital marketing and social media campaigns. They integrated with the higher education pathways. See, that is where Germany was doing it, integrating the TVET with the higher education pathways. That is right now being also done by Australia as well. I'm sorry. So now coming towards the fifth part, what are the recommendations for Nepal's TVET branding and image building strategies? Rather, for the whole last 1 hour, we have already been discussing about the recommendations for the Nepal's TVET branding and image building. But beyond that, I would also be talking about these a few strategies for the Nepal. Nepal can come up with the rebranding the TVET sector, showcase success stories to change the societal perception in the minds of the people. Probably you can come up with a guy like telling about his story that I mean, before conducting this particular technical course, I was wandering all around, unemployed, socioeconomically deprived, having no money in my pocket. Even my family was striving and struggling to have one-time meal in the whole day. And then later on, somebody put me and asked me to get admission into this particular welding course. I acquired this welding course, and see today, I'm earning approximately $3 or $5 or probably $10 per day. I'm earning a very handsome income, very handsome salary for my family. Thank you so much. And you can talk about that particular authority, or you can talk about that particular program, which actually imparted or empowered this guy to be a successful plumber or the welder or the carpenter. That is how you can do the rebranding your TVET sector, just to change the societal perception for the sake of making socio-economically deprived stratas belonging person to be a socio-economically empowered skilled workforce who is right now an employed guy. The second most important thing, what you can do is write industry integrated apprenticeships. That is how being adopted by the Switzerland, the Germany model. Like, integrate industry too much into the institute. Integrate industry too much into the institute that the trainee get themselves as a certified employed individual after completion of the course. I mean, ask the industry to keep on coming to your institutions all the time. Just keep on coming and just advertise those public press clippings into the media. Just try to publicize those media campaigns that, okay, fine. So this industry is coming to my institution. Okay. So today, this particular industry visited my institution and we have a job fair by virtue of which 5 persons got employed in that particular industry. It gives a message to the public that if I get myself enrolled in that particular institution, I'll be getting 100% certified employment. That is how you can do it. That is how Switzerland is doing it. That is how Germany is doing it right now. Strong industry integrated apprenticeships. Third most important thing, media and digital campaigns. Ask your influencers, your TV broadcasters, your TV news channel anchor persons to promote the TVET in your country. And keep recording and monitoring the feedbacks and outcomes. And for that, you can have a digital portal database as well. We'll be talking in the next slide how you can monitor and how you can keep on recording your all media campaigning strategies. Use government incentives. Introduce financial aid programs for your TVET graduates. Provide the tax benefits to the industry which are coming up with apprenticeship apprenticeship opportunities and the prospects for your youth. There is an apprenticeship act right now being prevailed over there in Nepal. I have studied it already. So, I mean, what you are supposed to be doing it, introduce some good, strong incentives, levies, rebates. We call it as rebates, tax rebates for the industry which are coming up for the kind of apprenticeship employment, apprenticeship prospects for the students. Okay, fine. So if you employ this particular year 5 apprentices, so I'll be coming. I means I as a government. I as a government will be coming up with a tax rebate of approximately 2% on your export duty or to your import duties. See, that is how industry gets incentivized. Another thing, as a government of Nepal, I can also come up with an idea that if any industry comes up with providing a prospects for 20 apprentices in 1 year, so that particular industry will getting a benefit of 5% or 2.5% of rebate on their electricity charges or their gas charges or their water charges or something like probably on their some taxation rebates, something like that. So that is how you can do it. The tax benefits to the industry. You can also come up with the scholarships. Pakistan and a few countries like India, they are coming up with skill impact bonds. What is skill impact bond? You can ask a risk initiator like ADB, Asian Development Bank, World Bank, ILO, JICA, COICA, TICA, British Council to perform as a risk initiator, and you can introduce a skill impact bond. What is that? It's more like a kind of a check in the hand of a trainee. The trainee will be provided with this check, and this skill impact bond or the check can be in cash in the shape of a kind of a fee by the trainee at any time. He can go to any institution and ask the institution to encash this particular check and get the admission in any kind of a TVET program. So that is a skill impact bond. So in addition to that, you can also come up with appointing some TVET ambassadors, brand ambassadors, by which actually leads to higher education pathways, the graduate transition programs. Probably some guy who is a PhD in welding, he can serve as a TVET ambassador, just to portray himself on the social media platforms as I am a PhD on welding, or probably or I am a skill level 7 or 8 in welding. So today I am earning more than probably $5,000 per month. So I pursue you. I encourage you also to get yourself enrolled for this particular TVET program to get yourself as a graduate welder. See, that is how you can do it. Probably appointing the TVET ambassadors for your career, for your higher education pathways. And the last most important thing, my recommendation to Nepal would be to go for public-private partnerships for sustainable TVET branding. Ask any of your development partners to simply dovetail in the shape of TVET branding for yourself. In Nepal, I have listened, there is a culture of volunteer guys who actually wear that particular attire. That is a very wonderful concept for the whole of the world in context of Nepal. So, I mean, you can also ask these kind of the guys that while promoting, doing the social services, you can also come up with promotion for the TVET, promotion for the TVET blue collar jobs. So that is how you can also do it. You can also ask your TVET partners, your development partners to come up for public-private partnership strategies for TVET branding, for sustainable TVET brandings. So here is the conclusion for my particular presentation. Branding and image building is crucial for elevating TVET's stature and the status, both at one time. So how you can you can ensure the effectivity of a structured M&D framework, how you can just keep on monitoring that your TVET branding strategies are doing good and is essential throughout. Implement a centralized database for tracking branding outcomes. You can develop a kind of an IT portal for your institution, by virtue of which you can just simply keep on recording all the observations. Okay, fine. So how many hits my TVET websites are getting for every month, just keep on recording on any kind of a portal. In addition to that, you can also find out what is the enrollment status. Is enrollment in TVET being up or down? क्या ये TVET enrollment मेरी साला साल बढ़ती जा रही है, कम हो रही है? ओके, तो बढ़ रही है, अच्छा है. कितनी बढ़ रही है? What's the trend analysis? You can make this also available on a centralized database portal dashboard. Leverage technology and use digital platforms for wider outreach. You can use the Facebook, LinkedIn, you can use the Instagram for that, and just try to record how many likes you are getting, how many. See, for me, like when I'm serving over here in Colombo Plan Staff College, serving as a chairperson for ICT department also, I all the time keep on asking, okay, fine, how many likes CPSC page got today? No likes at all. It means that the perception in the minds of people for the CPSC is not, I mean, it's not getting some good momentum. I'll have to promote my page for that. So whenever I keep on promoting, I put in my efforts, I put in my initial potentials for that. Whenever I get some good social media likes or some hits, I'm doing good. It means I'm on the track. So align your TVET branding efforts with the national workforce development goals. You would surely be having your 5 years development plan, every country to have it. Strategic plan, growth plan, development plan, annual fiscal plans, 5-year plans, 10-year plans. Incorporate your TVET branding strategies into your TVET national workforce development goals and the plans. And well-branded TVET sector, mind one thing, always leads to the economic growth of a country. If there is a country doing good in the world, it means a well-branded TVET sector is behind it, which is industry-ready workforce, creating, prospecting venue for that particular country. There is a short guarantee for that. If there is an industry-ready workforce for any country, it means there is a well-branded TVET sector behind that. It means the country is automatically leading to a good economic growth. See the trend analysis. You can capture in context of the development countries like Germany. You can see in the context of Singapore. You can see in the context of Australia. You can see in the context of Malaysia, any country. So continuous assessment and adoption of branding strategies are the key to maintain and enhance TVET's reputation and effectiveness, and no doubt about it. And for that, what you can do is you can always come up with some good branding strategies and keep on recording and monitoring and evaluating the outcomes and the feedbacks coming from the different sources, social media platforms, in the shape of qualitative aspects, in the shape of quantitative aspects, in the shape of acquiring some good surveys, questionnaire responded surveys, well-informed decision-making. And that is the way how you can keep on making your TVET sector well-structured, leading to a socio-economically well-structured Nepal. Thank you so much.
Thank you, sir.
So that is all. Yeah, that is all from my side. So that
Thank
is
you,
end of
sir.
my presentation. If there is any kind of a question from any of the
I have some queries to be
Yeah.
asked. Can I ask, sir?
Yeah, sure, sir. Let me
Okay,
just
sir.
find you
Thank you.
out. Let me just first of
Yeah,
all
thank you,
find you
Professor
out.
Engineer Naeem Yaqoob. That was an excellent presentation, well structured, informative, and clear by you. And thank you so much
Thank
for
you,
the
sir.
recommendation given for our country. We hope that we will rise and shine soon for your recommendations. At the
Sir,
same
absolutely,
time,
absolutely.
I want to add some queries regarding session. Yesterday also, I asked some of the questions that yet to be answered. That my question is like, you talk about right for other recommendations. So we have been taught about things, but I think this rebranding is already a big another thing, I guess. So how do you think that uh, how the TVET institution plan to rebrand as a first choice career pathway rather than the second options. At the same time, our topographically, we have so many backward places, and what effort can be made to promote this Tibet in rural and marginal communities? This is my second question. And last question is like, you have given some case study. You saw some case studies of Singapore, Germany, and Pakistan as well. So can you just elaborate more about what innovations were started in its countries to start up, and at the same time, the quality is to be maintained. So what mechanisms were existed or still exist to maintain and improve the quality of Tibet in these countries? And also, what is the perception taken by the society, the community? Can you just elaborate in a very short way? My question is this thing.
Very perfectly and concisely highlighted the points. Probably you have summed up the whole of my presentation into one particular thing. So responding to, first of all, the second question, which I remember was, you was talking about the marginal people, like living in the rural areas, belonging to the socio-economically deprived strata of the society. First of all, I would like to respond to that particular question because that is very much closer to my heart also. We also encountered the same kind of a problem over there in my country when I was serving in the Prime Minister's office in Pakistan. Sir, you will have to come up with a versatile strategy for incentivizing the marginalized community. See, these are kind of the guys which are not in a position to afford the general education even. What you can do is, probably you can come up with kind of a strategy I was talking about, introduce skill impact bonds for those countries. And for that, you can also come up with grasping a kind of an opportunity for going to the development partners like ADP, Asian Development Bank, World Bank also sponsors for that. Go to the Melinda and Gates. Melinda and Gates is also offering some good kind of impact bonds. First of all, you will have to understand what is impact bond. Impact bond is more like a loan to any kind of a country. But this particular loan, you never pays it back. You never pay it back in the shape of money back to that particular investor. You always pay the investor in the shape of a society offering, in shape of a society, what do you say, society charity, or probably some kind of a society service, community service. So there are a number of organizations in the world who are willing to work for the rural development. So introduce some kind of an innovative strategy for skill impact bond, sort of a strategy for your country, Nepal, and ask the services for kind of a development partner like Melinda and Gates, the World Bank, Asian Development Bank, to sponsor that as a risk initiator. First most important thing. What they will be doing is they will be bearing the expenses of the education and technical training and vocational training for those trainees. Come up with some good incentivizations for these trainees, affording the expenses for their books, affording the expenses for their meals, affording the expenses for their boarding and lodging, affording the expenses for their conveyance. See, you will have to do it. If you really want to cater for, there is no question about it that, okay, fine, I can bear the 50% of the cost. No question about it. You will have to handhold this particular strata of the society 100% by incentivizing them wholly and solely, because that is something which was done by the developed countries. If you study the sectoral growth development plan of the Germany, if you study the sectoral growth plan, I guess it was 9th plan over there in Singapore, you will finding the same kind of the strategies in their development growth plans. See, that is what we can do. Probably for the countries like as the developing country like as Nepal can do, probably Pakistan can do, and we're already doing it. I have introduced this skill impact bond in my country, which is Pakistan's first ever skill impact bond, which is being practiced with the help of Asian Development Bank and Melinda and Gates as a firm. So that is specifically for these particular rural and socioeconomically deprived strata of the society. I'm sorry for prolonging this particular answer too much, but I guess I made my point to you for that, sir.
Yes, sir.
Thank you so much. So while talking about the case studies, Sir, there are a number of case studies. Believe me, we will have to allocate at least one particular 6 or 5 days program on it. I have studied a number of countries, Rwanda's programs, Ethiopia's programs, Malaysia's programs. Uh, I was talking, one of my colleagues probably last days, Bangladesh program, their apprenticeship program is a very wonderful program. What they are doing right now is, instead of bringing industry to the institutions, what they are doing is they have converted every single particular industry or the enterprise as an institution. Just imagine your grocery shop is an institute, and what they are doing is every grocery shop will be patronaging 2 or 3 trainees. They call them as apprentices, as a mentees. What they do is they give the money. The government of Bangladesh provide. And so this guy will be serving as a mentee cashier. What is mentee cashier? A chota, a student, जिसको हम शागिर्द बोलते हैं. उस्ताद के साथ एक शागिर्द खड़ा है और उस्ताद को वो 2000 टका मुफ्त में दे रहे हैं. क्यों? क्योंकि वो उसको सिखा रहा है कि कैशियर पे खड़े होके आपने टैली कैसे करना है. How you will be reconciling all of your finances for the each day. See, they have converted a small grocery shop into a small TVET institution. A good case study for the context of apprenticeship. Pakistan got failed primarily. Pakistan could not implement a good apprenticeship act. So back in year 2020, when I reviewed their act for Pakistan, Apprenticeship Act 2018, so what I did was I introduced the same kind of a micro apprenticeship enterprise paradigm which was being practiced over there in Bangladesh into my country. And believe me, that got successful. कामयाब हो गया वो. Believe me. Why? Because that actually incentivized that particular ustad. उसको कुछ पैसा मिल रहा था थोड़ा बहुत सिखाने का. So instead of spending the money in institution to a trainee, what they did was they spent a 10% of that particular trainee fee in one particular grocery shop, a bakery shop, a butcher shop, something like probably a poultry shop, or something like grocery shop, or something like a computer, what you call, I don't know, आप लोगों के यहाँ क्या बोलते हैं उसको, कंप्यूटर जो वो कैफे होता है, नेट कैफे, इंटरनेट कैफे. बच्चे को सिखा रहा है उस्ताद, और उस्ताद को पेमेंट मिल रही है. हो क्या रहा है? स्किल भी प्रमोट हो रहा है. And what they did was, by virtue of adopting RPL, recognition of prior learning, the trainee goes to an institution after completing the course, get himself assessed, and get certified. Wow. See, that is how they uplifted the enrollment. So there are a number of versatile strategies being adopted by the countries, and we are supposed to be learning from each other. Nepal from Pakistan, Pakistan from Nepal. Nepal has also adopted a number of such versatile approaches. I was studying that particular approach, जिसमें वो लोग लड़के और लड़कियां जो हैं वो नारंगी कलर का, ऑरेंज कलर का एक ड्रेस पहन के volunteers खड़े होते हैं. Such a superb idea, believe me. That is how you can do the community engagement programs. I mean, we actually as a country got failed on while engaging the community. Nepal has done it. So we can learn from each other. That is how actually CPSC and like we all countries are doing right now, providing a universal regional platform just to learn from each other. And likewise, if you talk about in context of USA, so USA has adopted a very versatile kind of an approach. They have come up with an idea of career points. What is career point? You can also Google it on the internet. Career point is, मैं एक बहुत ही गरीब गांव से ताल्लुक रखने वाला एक बिल्कुल कम पढ़ा लिखा इंसान हूं, and I just need some kind of a good employment prospects. What I would be doing is I'll be going to career point. There will be a guy sitting over there in career point. He will be seeing my aptitude. He will be seeing my interest. He will be seeing my whole academic, my whole academic resilience. Now what he will do is, he will be referring me to an institution. Okay, fine. So you can go to that particular institution. Over there, you can learn about nursing course. Probably you can learn about how to be a OT technician, how to be a dental assistant, something like that. So after 1 year, you come back to me. This guy will again go to the career point. So the career point would already have done the whole homework for this guy, because that guy has the record and data of this trainee into his database. And that is what he's doing all the time. I mean, just finding out some good linkages for the industry, for the trainees, because industry simultaneously also need some good skilled guys. So when he comes back, the career point guy assigns him, okay, you can go to that particular industry. He needs you. See, that is how he dovetailed the demand with the industry. The demand and supply dovetailing. That is how what he did. It's more like a dovetailing and bridging the gap between demand and supply. So when you talk about the case studies, there are a number of innovative strategies we can learn from each other. So if I got some more opportunities on that, I'll be surely sharing such kind of more innovative strategies on that. We have a number of technopreneur case studies being prevailed over there all across the world right now. Yeah, sure, sir. Sure, sir. So, sir, I'm sorry, I just missed your first question. Can you please come up with your first question also?
It was like rebranding, think of rebranding. Right?
Yes, absolutely. Absolutely. That was about the TVET
I
branding.
already told that rebranding is already a big, another ocean that we haven't imagined, maybe because we have talked a lot about branding. How TVET institution can plan to rebrand it? Just
Absolutely,
not to
sir.
make it a second option, just to make this could be a first choice career pathway.
Yes,
This was the
absolutely.
first question, sir.
Sir, I am actually a policy guy. See, I'm the guy who actually has been making the national level policies for my country. I'll be starting my initiative with, first of all, having a 1-year growth plan for my institution. First of all, dovetail your TVET branding initiative as the part of your growth plan. First thing. Second thing, allocate some ample funds. It's a complete lie that you can do anything in the world without allocating financing and the funds. First of all, allocate some ample budgetary allocation for your TVET branding in your country. Second important thing. Third most important thing, draft a good media advocacy and communication strategy for your institution. When you talk about the strategy, it's not about the strategy coming from your vocals only, or some kind of a just one kind of a page, more like a essay on a cow. It's a cow, it has 2 horns, it has 4 legs. No, you want a complete strategy on that. Advocacy, media, communication, engagement strategy for your institution, which must be comprising of pivotal pillars. And what are those pillars? Social media platforms. I'll be allocating this amount for the social media platforms. By doing branding of my institution, my TVET institution, I'll have to buy the patents also for that. I'll have to buy the airtime for that. Second important thing, electronic media. You will have to capture the electronic media. Third important thing, you will have to go for the press media. So first of all, allocate the funds in your annual plan, your growth strategy, your development plan. Second, allocate budgetary allocation. Ensure budgetary allocation, at least 5%, 2%, 3%, or whatever you can have in your whole fiscal year development plan. Third, devise a good implementation strategy, advocacy, media communication plan for your institution, for your area, for your country. Fourth, most important thing, appoint a good media communication ambassador for that. That is the most important thing which you can do for yourself. A guy who is a real media guy, not a guy like probably who does not have any kind of an exposure for the media, a real guy. I mean, who knows about the media, who has acquaintances, links, resources in the national media. See, that is how you can do it probably. So these are the 4 pillars which you can adopt to have a good media communication strategy for your country, for your institution, sir.